I'm live.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Say, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Say, ma. Say, if you wanna go, can I come? Say, if you wanna jump, can I jump? Say, onto the set, I'll take my place while you contemplate. If you want me to play, I can show you my face. I can show you my income, a spiritual pick, and we can connect in the spiritual place, and we can break down in that spiritual space. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, say. Oh no, say. Say, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah, say. Oh yeah. Oh no, say, ma. If you think you lonely now, say. If you think you want to lay down, we can turn the spaces around, baby, cause your face is missing a crown. See, you so royal, see, I'll treat you so loyal, yeah, see, I'll give you my honesty, I'm giving you all of me, say it, I'll set you free, just say it, you'll set that free, see, into the ocean. I'll give you that motion, yeah, 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 yeah. Slow, say, what you say, what you know, what you say, yeah. We break it down now like sama, yeah, sama, whoa, sama, yeah, sama, yeah, yeah, sama, yeah, yeah. Sama, yeah. And I'm not lying. Girl, I'll take you to Zion, yeah. See, I'll give you my honesty. I'm giving you all of me. Sama, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, yeah. Sama. What you say, what you like? Oh yeah, see, oh yeah, see, oh yeah.
All right. Thank you, and welcome to the Labor Day edition of the Drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com. You just heard from Shy to Nani.
Yeah, Shy to Nani.
Yeah, I got it right this time, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's on.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, what's been going on with you?
Just creating, just performing. We hit the road this week. And yeah, just releasing music and doing the thing. Yeah, as far as that. Last time we spoke, I'm working on an album. It's by the name of Gold Rush. We're in the studio like every day, and then I've been doing a lot of feature verses. So if you need a feature verse, just hit me up. And yeah, just creating music.
You recently won the Chicago Music Award. Tell us about that, and you was up against some pretty heavy in your category, so you just beat them up.
Yeah, for sure, man. First of all, shout out to everyone that was on that ballot. I know a couple of those guys that was on the ballot for in the category of Best Afrobeat African Artist, or for the title of the Best African / Afrobeat Entertainer. And yeah, man, it was really good. It was like I think it was my second or third time being nominated for that particular nomination, and I just support the Chicago Music Award people. Shout out to Ephraim. I didn't come expecting to win. I just came to have a good time. I love doing events. I love being a part of events, and I didn't even come to perform that time. But it's really cool. Shout out to every single person that voted for me. I've been out here for a while doing the kind of music that we're doing. and performing. And so a lot of y'all know I'm like, I was doing Afro beats in Chicago before Afro beats was popular. You know, before it became popular here in the States. It's always been popular because Fela Kuti started that. But it was cool to be recognized and acknowledged for the hard work being put in, from open mics to opening for Wyclef to being on tour and to just being back in the city. So yeah.
You were born in Kenya.
Yes, sir.
Now you're a Chicagoan.
Yes.
Knowing that so many people, young and old, is embracing your music, you are in awe about the demographics of your music. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely in awe. I think I'm always humbled by anyone taking interest in what I'm doing as an artist, because it's always been, you know, like just a dream of mine to just share the art with people. Me being born in Kenya, that definitely was a big move. I was very young, so I really grew up in Chicago. I grew up on the south side and the south suburbs of Chicago. We moved to Roseland, and I went to school in the Gardens. And so just coming from there, and just I've always had a strong sense of who I was, but just finding my way in a place in the world was very, monumental for me. So just so the fact that I think that me being born in Kenya and then being raised on the south side and the south suburbs, because when I was 15, we moved to the burbs as well. Just being able to connect with different people, or being born on one side of the world and growing up on the other, helped me connect with other people. But I'm always very humbled. Again, like I said, I never expected all that it's turned out to be. So for sure.
Yeah, you explained being in Kenya, how your Kenyan roots
Yeah.
in your music. You put a dab in there, and then sometimes you over put the dab in the Kenyan music.
For sure.
Tell us about that.
You know what? Yeah. So my Kenyan roots go deep. They're definitely from my mother's side. And then also my father always embraced it. He's always embraced African culture, period. He's a Pan-Africanist. He's from Chicago. He's from the Gardens. That's how we ended up in Chicago in the first place. But me having so much of that has a lot to do with my father and my mother, even though he's from here. My mother's from Kenya, born and raised, but my father can speak Swahili, which is our national language, better than she can. So it was, and for a long time when we was growing up, I wasn't allowed to speak English in the household. So I couldn't speak English when we first came, and I wasn't allowed to speak English back to my parents if they asked me a question and all of that kind of stuff. So that, even though we were growing up in the States, it was instilled in me to embrace the dab of Kenya. So naturally that's gonna come out. Sometimes I give them a little, sometimes I give them a lot. But I just let everyone know. I think that my goal is just to know that to spread the message. For me, my beliefs are Pan-African. So I don't believe that I'm any more African than you because I was born in Africa. I think that my beliefs is that we are African. We were Africans before we were anything else. Before they came and enslaved us and brought us over and all of that kind of stuff. We had history before and after that. So yeah.
During your acceptance speech, you said, I put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
You put in the work.
Yes.
So tell us about you put in the work.
Man, I'm gonna make that as short as I can. Putting in the work, I started at 16 just recording myself, but I really went professional as a musician at 19. I left school and all of that kind of stuff. And putting in the work, man, going to open mics and performing when nobody knows your name and no one has respect for you, all that. The industry has that kind of thing where if people don't know who you are, they won't have respect. So kind of earning my keep, so earning, going to, all the open mics. I was at every single open mic every month in Chicago until my name spread. I was doing, I was performing shows when there was only 2 people there, so I think that, and I know you've seen shows where there's a lot of people there, but sometimes I still show up if I perform every time like it's 1 million people, whether it's 2,000 people in the audience. This is what I believe in. This is what I do. I put in the work because it's bigger than me, and it's bigger than something I'm getting out of it. I was put here to give the arts to the people, and I humbly accept the recognition But I'm just really here as a servant, truly, to serve intellectual radio, to serve black people in America or in the South America or in Africa or wherever we may be. Those are the first people that I'm serving.
Another honorable mention,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in the Chicago Tribune that named you one of the most prolific performers. Tell us how you feel about being named prolific performer and what it means to you in your music.
Man, being named one of the most prolific performers to me is a big deal. I think that before I even started performing in Chicago, I watched people perform for 2 years, and I picked up what I didn't want to do and what worked, and I saw what worked. You know, one of the first people I saw was a group called Milo and Otis, but in that group at that time, it was the singer Jamila Woods and her friend Otis. And so like I remember seeing her perform and being really impressed by everything that she was doing. And then I remember going to certain shows and seeing why certain people wasn't making it past a certain level and just recognizing, okay, that's what I don't want to do on stage. So to be called a prolific performer, it means a lot, and it holds a lot of weight with me because I really studied. I studied. I watched documentaries. I watched people perform. I did the research. Oh, there I go. And yeah, that's definitely what it means to like being called, especially by publication by the Chicago Tribune. And shout out, yeah, shout out to everyone on that side, the Chicago Tribune and the Chicago Reader. And Lyrical Lemonade for doing like for all of these people that took out the time to write about what I was doing, really spread that reputation on top of us just doing the work. And also shout out to the musicians because they make a big difference, right? Like before between performing with tracks, you gonna bring what you gotta bring it every time, but the musicians also play an element. So I have to say, shout out Ice on Keys for being my first MD, and shout out Capri for being my Capri Autumn for being my current MD, and shout out to Afro Zep for hiring me as a vocalist on their band because they believed in the craft.
Let's say if I'm an Afrobeat artist,
Yeah.
what my name would be?
Let's see. Let's see. I think your name. Let me think about this. I feel like it will be Roman Ashe. I give you Roman Ashe.
That mean?
That means it means wow, whatever Roman means, and then and then it means to the Most High, or it
Okay.
recognizes the Most High.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
You recently performed 2 weeks ago at the Delhi Center Plaza.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Many said you brought the energy. You just brought it, and had the crowds who wasn't interested. Tell us about that and that opportunity performing live at the Delhi Plaza.
Wow, shout out to Black Eyes because that was a Chicago Music Award victory, victory show. So I called it my victory lap performance because it was really cool. It was really cool to perform. I've never performed all these years I performed. I've never actually performed outside downtown like that. You know that I have done a lot of shows inside, but that was my first time outside doing a show downtown Chicago. I did a lot of North Side and all of that kind of stuff. So first of all, the first thing is shout out to the audience for being energy, for bringing the energy. Sometimes sometimes the audience kind of dries, but no matter what, you got to bring the audience. I mean, you got to bring the energy. But that time, we both had the energy. I had the energy. The audience had the energy. They were there ready to dance, and I think a lot of those people were just they came for the show, and a lot of people because it was a free show and it was outside, so they was on their lunch break at work, just coming and coming to enjoy some good music. So yeah.
What's next for Tulani?
What's next for Tulani? The Gold Rush album. I'll be performing at the Jerk Seafood and Vegan Fest on September 21st at 2400 South State Street. With the band, I'll be on the road with Afrozep starting on Thursday. We're gonna hit the North Midwest, so that's Michigan and Wisconsin. There's a lot. There's music video releases. I have two. One that I did in collaboration with Heavy Crowns and Raimi, and the other one I did in collaboration with Unsocial Aesthetics. So there's two that are unreleased that are complete right now that my team is just trying to figure out a rollout plan for. So
Okay. So tell us about the next song you're about to perform for us and where they can get your music.
For sure, the next song I'm about to perform is called For You. All of my music is just under Shai Tulani, Chaitulani, Shai Tulani, on everything. I mean, even if you Google Shai Tulani, but you gotta put a space in there on Google, Chai space Tulani, everything comes up. You'll see like cute pictures of me and everything, so it'd be cool.
Okay. The next song?
The next song is called For You.
All right.
For sure. It is almost ready. And here we go.
All right. We're back now on the drive. No, thank you. We're back now at the drive at 5 on IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station. And one thing about me and Labor Day and any holiday is the food segment. We got to have food. And with us today we have, introduce yourself.
Anthony Anderson.
Tanika Anderson.
All right, and all together you guys represent what?
TNT. Rooftop.
All right, so please give IntellectualRadio.com/iHeart radio station your back.
You start with this.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
My background, I'm a business. I'm sorry, I lost my voice. My background, I am an insurance agent for the last years. I'm an investor/realtor, and also I own Dress 1213 mobile boutique and store and TNT rooftop restaurant.
Okay, you a jack of all trades.
I'm a master of all trades.
Oh, okay. What does TNT stands for?
TNT stands for, well, as you can see, the two T's at the top are Tanika and Tony, and then the TNT is Treasure, Nia, and TJ. This is TJ. Nia is away at school, and she goes to Texas State, I'm sorry. And Treasure, she's at school too.
Okay, a little bit about your background.
Okay, I'm actually a developer for Legacy Construction. I also operate and own Expert Transport LLC, which is a trucking company. Um, I also, yes, I do everything.
TNT Rooftop Restaurant.
I also am sort of like the designer and the builder for TNT Rooftop Restaurant. I just do a lot. We just pride ourselves on just trying to become anything we need to become to achieve the goals we set.
How you balance it all?
I mean, I have a nice support system. My wife, I mean, as she says, as she's already let you guys know, she does a lot, and I do a lot, so split it, you know what I mean? We split the tasks, you know what I mean? Whatever we fall short, the other one catches the other one.
Your thoughts?
I just think time management, that helps us a lot.
Okay. Now, tell us the inspiration behind setting up TNT and the restaurant. It's a normal restaurant, but it got some spice into it. It got some into us. Tell us about it.
TNT thrived from the missus. We bought the building with we're looking for a store for her because she wanted to. She's into clothing and whatnot. So we bought the location. We're looking for a location for the dress. For dress 1213. Once we found the building, then we saw we had so much space, and then it was at that point it was about utilizing the space and making the best, best investment as far as for the location, the neighborhood, everything. So then we sat down, we thought about it. We said, what can we bring that'll be impactful, that'll kind of like give back to the community as well, give back to us. Best thing we come up with was the restaurant, but we also wanted to add a different, give it a different spice that nothing else had from around us as far as like the west side of Chicago or actually even the south side. I think we actually are the biggest rooftop in Illinois, minus offshore. First black owned, first one to the west side of Chicago. I mean, we broke this one. So we were, like I said, we sat down, we thought about it, and TNT is what we came up with. We used to live in Miami too, which is why we actually call it Miami, which is where the rooftop came into effect there, because we wanted to, put a gumbo together. And I'm from the west side of Chicago, and she's originally from the south side.
Describe the gumbo together.
Well, the gumbo is the best of both worlds, right? So I'm from the west side, and she's originally from the south side. So.
What part?
I'm from the west side, Austin community, where TNT is located.
Okay, you?
I'm from the south side, 9 Trey, Burnham Park, and Oakland.
had that.
Oakdale.
Now, describe the rooftop atmosphere and why people always love the experience of the rooftop.
They love the experience because, as he said before, it gives them something, especially in the Austin neighborhood. They don't have to travel downtown, or they can come right in their community and know that they can enjoy the same atmosphere.
Now, a lot of people would be like, Austin? This is in Austin? What you say to that?
I mean, I just say that when you know better, you do better. And in a lot of instances, people make assumptions based off of what they heard, not necessarily what they experienced. And then the simple fact that I'm from the Austin community and chose to build it there and put it there should actually see a lot of us, you know what I mean? I mean, assumptions are assumed to make a bunch of you know what, you know what I mean? But I just feel like, just come try us out, come check us out, and I think you'll get a better understanding.
You have event space as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
So at TNT Private, we host different events. We just hosted a wedding this past weekend on the rooftop, and the reception was in the event space. We do repasses, we do prom send-offs, we do birthdays.
Now, you guys sometimes have theme nights.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the theme nights that you guys have.
Did you want to tell them what's Monday? What's
Game day. Monday is game day,
Okay, tell us a little bit about game day.
where you can bring your old games and you can play our games like Giant Uno and Chingy.
Oh yeah? Any video games?
No.
Not, just board games, right?
You can watch the different sporting events on TV, but we do a lot of dominoes, like he said, Giant Uno, etc.
Okay, and you the food connoisseur, right? So, let's say if I go to TNT, sit down, what are the food specialties you would recommend?
I'm big on exposure, right? Which is another reason why we chose to put the restaurant in the Austin community. I feel like a lot of we haven't endured or what we don't know about is because of what we've had access to. So with TNT, we have a meal called the sampler, and with the sampler, we give you like you can get lamb chops, salmon, chicken breast over mashed potatoes, asparagus, and fried rice. And so that's kind of like a 6-course meal. You can't typically get that anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that way you get to taste a little bit of everything, you know. And then that way you can kind of figure out where you really want to be and what's the best entree. Even though everything is spectacular, you know what I mean. But I just still like to give people more exposure, let them kind of choose what they like versus like someone telling them. You know, it's a little bit better when you get to choose it versus being directed.
Now, you got me hungry. I want to know what, all this food, what do I do to wash it down with?
I mean, we are a couple of bars actually. Just to touch base on what we offer. We have a bar downstairs, which is where typically most of the fine dining experiences take place. We offer a ton of drinks, a host of drinks. On the rooftop, we have it's a little bit more laid back. We have a full bar up there too, but we also have a different menu for the rooftop, which allows a taco bar. We also do a hibachi on Wednesdays, which is they do the hibachi in front of you up there. We have a host of drinks, anything you can possibly think of on the drink side. We kind of offer. We have the best bartenders in the business. You know, we have.
They're not bartenders; they're star tenders,
They're
right?
star tenders, right? They're star tenders. We have a couple of drinks of Paradise. We got a Tycoon Tony. We have
What's the Tycoon Tony?
The Tycoon Tony is actually me and him, right?
Okay.
Everyone knows what Tycoon is.
How you feel a drink named after you?
I feel good.
So we got the Tycoon Tony. We have the Paradise. We have my school Matt. What is you know what?
Okay, go ahead.
Shout out to our star tenders, Keela and Carla. What we have on our menu, as he mentioned, the Paradise. We do have a bourbon margarita. We use Uncle Nearest on that. We have a specialty menu for the rooftop for as far as our bar. We have a peach basil mule.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
One other thing, and we also actually we're black owned, and we also a lot of we sell black owned water. We have the black owned alcohol. So in essence of trying to help everybody get to where they need to be, we specialize in trying to just anything that's kind of black owned, we bring in house with us.
I've been to your restaurant like a couple of months ago. And one of the things my friend and I sat down and we taste the bread. It's mouth watering. It's like, explain that to us.
Well, actually, the bread was my husband's idea. It's your favorite roll, but we can't tell you because you can only get it at TNT exclusively.
Oh, okay. I have to go back, right?
So I'm big on like you end the way you started. So I told her that we needed the bread because it kind of sets the tone for what the customers, the patrons can expect, right? I mean, when they get the bread, they already like, I'm a little scared now, you know what I mean? The bread, I love the bread, so I can only imagine what's coming next. So it's just about setting the tone, setting precedent for what you can expect at TNT and what we have to offer.
All right. So I'm not going to let you guys get away. You guys brought some food. So tell us about the food.
So what we have here today is our BYOP, which is Build Your Own Pasta. Our pasta is famous in the community. You can build your own pasta. You can put shrimp in it. You can put grilled chicken breast in it, lamb chops. You can also put salmon in it, so you build it yourself. But today what we brought is our grilled chicken breast and our shrimp.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
And shout out to our chefs, Dimples, Tracy, Jay, Priscilla, and Wanda. Thank you all
No,
for preparing this.
Wanda, did you do something with this? No, okay.
But Tracy got us ready today.
Oh, okay. And do you guys care?
Yes, we do cater.
Okay. Now, how can people get in contact with you guys?
Um, we're actually we're on Instagram at TNT underscore rooftop CHGO. You can also find us on Google. You can Google us. We have a toast. And as far as the phone number to the actual location, it's 773-417-4529 for those of you who can't see this. But like I said, you can find us online.
Well, you got to give your wife
Yeah,
a chance. But
Also, my son has something to say. I know we brought our infamous BYOP, but he's responsible for another specialty as far as dessert goes. On the turn.
I make the ice cream.
you make your own ice cream?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about it.
It's the restaurant secret.
Oh, okay.
So we do make our own ice cream in-house. It pairs with all of our dessert. We have a ooey gooey caramel bundt cake. We have our cookie skillet, signature of my husband. And we also have a funnel cake. And we use our homemade ice cream for it.
Oh, okay.
We have to keep it hidden because the employees eat it all, actually serve it to the public.
Man, now I know everybody is going to dig in, so thank you guys for joining us. And one thing about today is fashion. And one thing about Intellectual Radio, we always endorse fashion. So we're going to have a special fashion show that's going to be here live momentarily, and we have Maurice. That's going to be with Marquise. That's going to be with us shortly. So they're going to do the fashion line, the fall fashion. So fall fashion is always underway because it's September. School is out, and what's usually happens with school is basically you have the long sleeves, you have the blazers, and all that other stuff going on. They always call the fashion police on me. So with that being said, Marcus, you ready? Marquise. Okay. And we got like some good things going on here. So go ahead, describe what you guys do.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Marquise Marcus. We do fashion productions and styling. We do it with Artbeat LLC as well as King's Clothing Boutique Chic in Chicago. It is located at 3612 Olympia Fields, Lincoln Highway. And we are here to put on a beautiful fashion production for you today.
Now, I look at this and you brought the bling in today, young man.
You know, it's Labor Day. It's the last day to wear white, show a little bit. So I figured denim and bling. So here we go.
You just said something that's real key. The last day to wear white. Is that something as a trend? You're saying I can't wear white in January or something like that? Because some people do wear white, like white hoodies and stuff like that in January.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. And we are in the times of breaking down barriers, and what it is, you don't want to wear the breeze white. So there are different types of whites. There's off-white, eggshell white, cream, ivory. But when you're talking about bright white, like I guess like this, then this is more so the old traditional way of not wearing it. But hey, the way I say it is, if I bought it, I'm wearing it.
Okay. With that note, thanks for joining us for the holiday. And I know you got a couple of fall fashions to tell us about, men and women. So off you go.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Hey, we will have our first model walk out for us in display. We have Miss Leori. She is wearing a chic hoodie. It is a soft gray with denim. These are called eyelets. So it's a little gold fashioned accent paired with some sleek black trousers and a platform pizzo. She is rocking a nice hoodie. This is for the casual urban. And she's got it paired with a gold accessory purse just to pick up the accent of the eyelets. And she is just being cool and breezy and ready to go into fall. So this is a great transitional piece from fall, spring, going into the summer. Thank you, Miss Leori. Next model, please. We have Mr. Michael Anthony. We're rocking this cool, breezy hoodie short set. This is by designer Mr. Elijah. He designs these pieces. He also designs summer pieces. So this is a great transition going from the summer into the fall. It's with black accents with the embroidered logo. And then it's giving the regal symbols on it as well. He's paired it with a nice casual shoe with his gold accents on it. Along with that with some black onyx accessories. He's rocking this cool breezy look. He ain't got nothing to play with. He's gonna rock it out. Welcome, thank you, Mr. Michael Anthony. We'll have the next model, please. We have Miss Daisy coming to the stage right now. She is rocking these ripped capris, black trousers with a nice black stiletto heels, 6-inch heels, and this beautiful embroidered denim jacket with sequins, as well as what is called in Espanol, flecos, and it has flowers with the eyelids on it. So it's just giving you that transition into the fall, and it's coming from King's Clothing Boutique. King's Clothing Boutique. We got Miss Daisy. She's rocking a nice wild hair, just giving it that summer breeze because it's too hot to be wearing hair down your back and up. So she's got a half do as well as down, and she's letting it be free. Thank you, Miss Daisy. Next model, please. Okay, we got Mr. Nehemiah. He's cool, calm, and collected with his casual set. This is again another Elijah piece. This is called the Focus Down. He's got the stripes accented from the jacket all the way down to the seam of the pants. If you turn to the side, you'll see that logo, nice embroidered, and it's a light, soft gray. It's a jogging suit. You can wear this going out to a party, running track, or even fitness. He's also paired it with some nice casual shoes. And he's ready for the summer, going into that, the degrees is going down a little bit, so he's going to do his thing. Thank you, sir. Next model, please. And we have Miss Kadima. She is rocking a nice sweater, black and white with a red collar accent. It's also backless. If you show us a little bit of black, got a little bit of sex appeal to it. It's a lace up, almost in a corset style. And then she's rocking with some fitted shorts, some thigh high boots, because she's hot out here. And then she's got a fedora with a white accessory. She is nothing to play with. You can rock this with a little bit of brunch. You can go to a fitness, you can change your shoes up, and you can just go out for a nice day of shopping. And she ain't nothing to play with. She's got the updo with the dreadlocks, and she's giving us the Afrocentric, Earth-centric tone, and she is ready to go. Next model, please. Almost now. He's got this emerald green and gold embroidered You want to come into the center of the stage, rock this stage for me. He's got the emerald green and gold hoodie. This is another Focus Down by Mr. Elijah. He's got the hoodie matching with the pants. He's rocking with some black loafers. He's got even sunglasses. He's so cool and calm, collected. He's ready out. He's rocking with the slick waves going back. So this is good for once again fitness, transitioning from summer to the winter, as well as just a cool day. So he's ready to hang out with the guys, or even be bad all by himself. Give it up for this wonderful model. We'll have the next model come out, please. Okay, she's rocking a patent leather boot with some black trousers. She's got the white jeans with the flickle shoulders. It's layered up, and she's got a cool white and black, what is it called, monogram. And she's got a half updo, half down hairstyle because she's just going out to have fun. She's come all the way from Elgin and Schaumburg. She also has her own business, just to let you know, where she does different financial literacy for people. And she has a great awareness for children in an organization called Rocco. This is with Susanna. Next model, please. Okay, we got wow, this thing is spunky, right? So we got the Flecos flowers all over. We have the eyelids with the heart. We got orange, we got bright colors, we got earth tones. She's rocking with shorts. But guess what? It's a hoodie, and it's a tank top hoodie. So it's definitely transitional going into the fall, but still keeping breeze because you never know. You walk outside, you're kind of cold, and then in the afternoon, you're burning up. So you got a little breeze here. She's got the slick back, rocking with the gold diamond earrings to accent the orange, gold and orange pair as well. Along with, she's got these combat boots just to give it a little badass, if I may say that. And then she's got some gold sunglasses to frame it with. Thank you so much for this beautiful model. Next model, please. All right, we have Miss Niari. She is rocking a jogger set from King's Clothing. It is a multicolor piece where it is, what do we call this? Color blocking, right? We call this color blocking with some stripes on it. This is something that you can casually wear or dress it up as she has done already today. But you can wear it with some gym shoes. She has her long braids to just give it some, cool breeze, just giving that summer look. She's rocking it with some gold earrings. Are those pearls in those earrings? Oh, gold hoops. Okay, she corrected me. See, that's what I'm talking about. That bad attitude. Love it. Thank you, Ms. Niari. May we have the next model, please? All right, Miss Destiny, she is rocking Focus Down look again from Mr. Elijah. She has this tan bronze camo hoodie along with a black embroidered on the chest, and she's paired it with some nice fitted jeans and some new pumps with the gold buckle on it, just to give her a little pop. She's ready for a cool day. Maybe she's going shopping, or I don't know, she's dressing it up. She might be going to the club, but she's got it. She's rocking. And she's paired it with obviously the brown braids, Next model, please. Next model. Well, thank you. That was from RD and King's Clothing and Focus Down, Elijah Peace.
All right, give them a round of applause, everyone. You'll be back next segment, and we'll have some more models in fall fashion. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. So the next thing that's coming up is, again, I like food. So when food comes around, I got to get something going on. And one is, oh, you see that? You see that sandwich? Man, I call her the corned beef lady. She got some nice corned beef. Let's get right in here and tell us a little bit. Go ahead, sit down. Sit down. Yeah, let's sit down. Tell us a little bit about it. And as I can smell the aroma, you guys smell the corned beef aroma? So first, give us your name, your company, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is India Jenkins. I'm located out in Romeo Villa, 175 High Point Drive. I started the corned beef hideout in March 1st of last year, and it's been blossoming ever since.
Wow, that's amazing right there. Tell us about your famous corned beef sandwiches and how different from the other corned beefs restaurants.
Some of the restaurants use bottom flat corned beef. I use top round corned beef, which is a tender, more leaner corned beef. One of my signature sandwiches where people come from all over is my jerk sandwich. That's a seasoned jerk corned beef with the jerk sauce, which I have for you guys to sample today.
You better shut your mouth about the jerk.
But also one of my other popular sandwiches is the two-face that comes with pastrami and corned beef on that sandwich, and they're neck and neck. But that jerk is something that you can't get anywhere because I created it.
Oh, look at you. Now, there is a bit of a controversy when it comes to corned beef sandwiches, right? Now, is mustard must go on the corned beef sandwiches, sauerkraut must go on the corned beef sandwiches, or pickles? My favorite, cheese. Which one goes in there? You shaking your head when I said cheese. Like what?
You let that be known that you wanted cheese on your on your corned beef sandwich when you text this morning. But you know what? So typically with corned beef sandwiches, individuals like cheese. The sandwich theory speaking of is the Reuben, and that's the sauerkraut corned beef with the Thousand Island cheese, and that's the one that I got for you to sample out today. That's the more signature one. That's the Reuben style. But I mean, from the Chicago style, people like mayo and mustard, which I bought those condiments as well, just in case you guys want to put that on your sandwich. The two-face doesn't need any condiment on it because it has the jerk sauce on it already. But what you're speaking of, I put the pickles on the side. I don't put pickles on the sandwich because not everybody likes pickles on their sandwich.
Now, you mentioned the texture and the importance of the sandwich. Like, it's very important. The bread makes the sandwich. And if it's soggy, it's just, tell us about that.
Absolutely. So because my sandwich is very, very lean, but it's also tender, I make sure that the bread that I'm using is from Milano. That's a local bakery that's out in Joliet. They deliver it at least 3 times a week for me, and their bread is top notch. One of the breads I really like, and it's a local bakery. They've been in business for over 109 years. So when I found that bread, it's a seedless rye bread, and it holds its own when it comes to putting, any type of, I do turkey sandwiches as well, any type of meat on there, really holds that hold to the bread.
What is your most popular spread? You got a lot of spreads that goes on corned beef sandwiches. What's the most popular spread? You mentioned the jerk, which was like,
That's the signature.
that's the signature?
Signature sandwich, because like I said, you can't get that from anywhere. I created that. You won't find a jerk corned beef sandwich with a house-made jerk sauce anywhere.
Tell us about the inspiration of corned beef. When people look at sandwiches and stuff like that, they don't look at, how can I put it, blacks and corned beef. I mean,
Well, I get a lot of that when I have customers come in because I have a variety of customers that come in, older, younger, blacks, whites, Asians. It's very versatile. So when they come in, they like, is this a Jewish delicatessen? And I tell them, no, this is not a Jewish deli. This is just a corned beef hideout. And they've been coming back ever since. I wouldn't per se say that it's difference between a black corned beef location versus a regular traditional Jewish. What I want to do is create an outlet year round. They don't have to wait till March for St. Patrick's Day to get a good corned beef. And out there where I'm located, they will have to wait They don't have to wait anymore. So since I've been there, they can come every day, all day, from 12 to 7, 6 days a week.
Now, you brought this spread. This is a Reuben right here that you brought. Okay, you not only do corned beef, you do Reubens, right?
Yeah, so if you want your corned beef as a Reuben instead of just a regular classic one, which I do have here, you can Reubenize it, and that means make it a Reuben with the sauerkraut, Thousand Island, and cheese.
Well, I wanted the Reuben.
And that's what you get.
Now, you told us about your clientele, and describe to us a little bit about the clientele and the catering orders and stuff like that that you receive.
What I found amazing is most of my clientele is in upwards of 50 and up. So the seniors really like their corned beef sandwiches. So it's just a variety of individuals that are coming, as I mentioned, but my clientele is, seniors and up, whites, blacks, Asians. They coming from Manuka, they coming from Creek, they coming from all over, versus just my local individuals. They do come, and where I'm housed at is in High Point at 175, and that's a whole community of townhouses, apartments, as well as single family homes, but more of my people come from out of the community.
Now, the other controversy is you brought side dishes. What usually go on the side of a corned beef sandwich? You put potato chips. Okay, as a corned beef connoisseur, what would you recommend? Like, can I put some macaroni and cheese on the side of a corned beef sandwich?
So one of my menu items are macaroni salad. Now macaroni and cheese, macaroni salad, and then I also have coleslaw, which is what I brought you to sample, if you like coleslaw.
I love coleslaw. With some ribs.
My menu is very minimal. I kept it simple. I have 5 sandwiches and wings. And you can dress it up how you want. If you want it as a Reuben, you can get it as a Reuben. If you want a regular sandwich. But I want to keep it very simple where you don't have to look at the menu for 20 or 30 minutes just to decide on what you want. I have only 2 desserts. I have beignets and I have butter cookies that's made by my pastor. And he delivers that every week. So it's much love in them butter cookies that I have. I call it butter love.
Oh man, next time you come here, you better bring that butter love.
I should have, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I know, right? Now, you brought potato chips. I've always liked Doritos. Doritos go with Reubens and corned beef sandwiches?
I've always served plain I didn't want to get into the, let me get some Doritos, some hot, flaming hot, so this, that, and the other. You can't go wrong with plain Lay's potato chips with.
So that's it, just.
That's all you get from the corned beef pie. That was plain Lay's potato chips.
Okay, one more thing. Sweet pickle or dill pickle?
Dill.
Dill? No.
No.
Why?
That's just a popular. Before I started the corned beef pie out for a month, I gave out free sandwiches so people can sample. I let them taste different breads. They are the ones who actually helped me make my menu. So I went, instead of doing seedless rye, instead of doing seeded rye, I'm doing seedless rye because that was the consensus. Instead of doing sweet pickles, I'm doing dill pickles because that was the consensus. So you want to cater to the masses. So when I was giving out free sandwiches and giving out samples for that whole entire month, I realized you have to lose. So in helping the customers, helping me decide, or future customers helping me decide is what came up with the dill pickle. So yeah, dill. No one has asked me for sweet pickles since I've been in business, or Doritos.
Only me, right? Now, what is your busiest time of year?
March.
Is it the same?
It's busy and consistent throughout the year, but March really is the most busy. March Madness, you have St. Patrick's Day, and that's actually the month I started, March 1st. So my anniversary is that month as well.
Now, do you cater?
I do cater.
All right. How people can get in contact with you?
Well, you can reach me at 175 High Point Drive, or either call 815-415-0000. Ask for India, which is me. And I'll take it from there. I'll take your catering order. And if you stay out there in the area, I also DoorDash, so you can also order through DoorDash.
All right. A lot of people are salivating, waiting till this interview is over. Earl is giving me the wrap sign, so wrap your butt up so I can get me a corned beef sandwich.
Take a sample of that.
Oh, okay. Oh, she wants me to
You
take
said
a.
you was gonna take a bite.
Yeah, hold the mic.
I'm gonna take that off for you.
Yes.
You see how big that is? Look how wide his mouth is. That's why they keep coming back.
Mm.
I do almost a pound of meat on my sandwiches.
That's good.
You like it? And so typically with the I was gonna put it back. Typically with the sandwiches that you're eating, which is the Reuben, a lot of people like to get it toasted and not panini style toasted.
So,
I want half of that.
I'm sorry.
You don't
I want to take another bite, but I can't. So, I want to thank you so much. Again, where they can get in contact with.
175 High Point Drive in Romeoville is where I'm located at, and the phone number is 815-415-0000.
Thank you so much. You got to come back again, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Now, we're going to do our second segment of the fashion show. And this time, we're going to, we had a focus on the men and the women, but now it's time for the fall fashion of the women. So with that, we have Coletta, if she's available. Hold on 1 second.
Let me do that.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. While the models are getting ready, we're gonna do the other segment, called Black Women and Society. So, yeah, solidarity. So we're going to do that. I apologize for that. But that's what live is all about, right? We have here, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mary Ann Aaron.
I am Pearlie Aaron.
All right, thank you for joining us, and I really appreciate your time coming out this holiday season for us. Now, Larry Ann, I'm sorry. Larry Ann, you're the president and founder of Black Women's Society. So this is not your first time coming on the Drive at 5. Give us an update of what's been going on.
Regarding the last time I was on,
Yeah.
we're here to promote some writing endeavors. That was a book that I had written in addition to some stage plays we were performing.
Okay. And tell us about Black Women in Solidarity and how can, what was the inspiration in creating Black Women in Solidarity?
Well, personally, Pearlie and I have always been Black focused and Black centered around issues that are relative to the Black community, which is why we started writing stage plays to address some of the social ills that affected the Black community. And from there, so naturally, the Black Women in Solidarity organization was a stage of growth and broadening our messaging and reach.
Now, how do you feel about Black Women in Solidarity?
So, as Larry Ann stated, Black Women in Solidarity is a joint effort that she and I delved into. The initiative started, of course, as a Black woman, I feel great about it. I support it 110%, 1,000%. And giving, when we talk about Black women in solidarity, as solidarity means united together. And it came about in our playwriting aspect, Angry Sister. So Angry Sister addresses some of the disparities as it pertains to Black women, and hence, to address those disparities, the non-for-profit Black Women in Solidarity came to fruition.
Now, tell us about this new event that's coming up, which is going to be annual, is called Protect Black Women and Girls Rally Night. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the Protect Black Women and Girls Rally and Picnic, we're calling it a rally knit because we're combining the two. It is to bring awareness and further the advocacy around how Black women have been disproportionately impacted by crime and violence in Chicago. However, we do know that it is a broader issue beyond Chicago, but we are just focusing on the Chicago area based on the CBS News story that actually uncovered how this was problematic for over the past 20 years consecutively, where Black women have been disproportionately impacted by crime at a rate of 25% or more.
And we talk about the disparities. We know that there's a need because we talk about the House Initiative Bill, HR 7354. We talk about that House bill that ran by Robin Kelly. And so we know that there's a need. So as Larry Ann stated, we're focusing on Chicago, but it is a nationwide issue as it pertains to protecting Black women and the disparities. And the disparities that we face as Black women and girls.
What is the most important issue right now for Black women to be on alert, to look out for?
Well, I think just in Chicago alone, the rate of missing Black women and girls is very high. I want to say the most recent numbers were a total of 1,663 missing people, of which 572 of those people were Black women and girls. So I think we are definitely at risk of being abducted, harmed, murdered, and just because they're missing, we don't know what state of despair or harm has come to.
Tell us about the Crown Act that deals with women's hair. Explain to us, because some people would be like, yeah, they passed it, but it needs to go a little bit further. Tell us about that.
So basically, the Crown Act is about being discriminated in the workforce with your hair. And you know, as Black women, we like to wear our natural hair. We like to wear our braids. But unfortunately, in some workspaces, they think that your hair should be straightened down your back. And so, most of us aren't built like that. Now, I do wear this pixie cut, and I'd have to say I think I wear it well, right? But however, my Black sisters are very Afrocentric, are very native as it pertains to their hair. And so the Crown Act basically says, hey, you will not discriminate against us because we choose to wear our natural hair.
So further that, although the Crown Act emphasizes protecting women as it pertains to their hair, we also have to recognize that there's a broader and deeper issue that a woman and her ability to maintain her finances or advance her education. You are hindering not only her, you're hindering her community at large. So as we look at the Crown Act, we do need to look at it through a broader lens beyond just physical activity.
Now, it's not just for Black women, the Crown Act, it's for Black men as well. We have seen school is back in session, colleges, universities, back in session. The hair is a must, or something to that nature, and they always have criteria about the hair. Your response to, let's say, principals haven't given the liberty of cutting a Black woman's hair or a Black man's dreadlocks. The list goes on and on. Your response to that, and what people need to do when that starts happening again.
Personally, for me, I think it is an invasion of a personal, physical person. It is, to me, it would be an assault, and it should be treated as such. Anytime you infringe upon someone's physical body, whether it's their hair or any other aspect of their body, you are performing an attack or an assault on their body if it is not within with their consent. And I think it should be treated as such.
For me, I definitely want to say that it is a form of discrimination and racism, and it's telling me that I cannot identify with who I am and who I choose to be. So when you're telling me or addressing me and my physical presence
This school or this space, then you're basically telling me that I do not belong and I'm subpar.
How can black men help in this protecting black women? A lot of people always say protect the black women, but they never ask the question, how can a black man help the black woman, protect themselves?